In the last few weeks, I have been receiving a lot of messages on people who are depressed, who have lost their jobs, people who are in a situation because they've lost their jobs since the start of the year, since March, April, people who are confused about what they can do and what they need to do, how life will pan out for them, people who are very, very scared of what the future holds for them, people who are feeling very anxious about what will happen to their family, what will happen to their house, how will they face all of this. Now, the only thing I can tell you is the situation is real and it's here. You are experiencing it because it exists. There's no real benefit by you trying to give it an excuse or give it an explanation as this is why you got laid off and it's unfair and it's not correct and this shouldn't have happened. Yes, I agree it shouldn't have happened and it is in a way unfair, but it has taken place. So the sooner you begin to accept it, the sooner you can begin to try and understand how you will solve this problem. You have to understand if you are one of those who's lost your job or your business is almost come down to a shutdown situation, you will face a major problem trying to do the right decisions because your mind will not function correctly if you are constantly sad and depressed. Sad and depression is not a good ingredient for your brain to have when you need to take critical decisions to rechange the course of your life because you're in trouble. You need to take decisions to get yourself out of trouble. And like they say, that if you are trying to use a shovel while you're in a hole, you will not get out of the hole. You need a ladder. And for you to have a ladder when you're in a hole, you need to think correctly. So sadness and depression does not help you think correctly. So you need to start lessening or reducing, if not losing, your sadness and depression and start thinking about what you can do. If you lost your job and if you're worried about how things will shape up, start trying to predict what will happen. Look at your savings and see what you have. Look at the assets that you have, things that you can sell off and make some money out of it. Try to plan what your next new phase of life will be. Do you need to move from where you stay? Do you need to change the school of your kids? Do you need to reduce on certain expenses? Start being proactive. It is a situation, but you need to deal with it. You are the one in control. You are the one who's the leader, who's supposed to take something out of this. So rather than wasting your time trying to be sad and depressed, start taking decisions. Try to look at what you have and what you can do. The other thing you need to understand that when you go for new job interviews or you talk to friends about how you can try and get out of it, your personality, your whole body demeanor also speaks a lot. So I don't want you to go to people being sad and negative. I want you to go to people with a smile, confident, and that can't happen if you've lost your sadness and depression. So you need to find a way to lose it and be a little bit more confident in difficult situations. Always remember, there's a lot to learn when you're challenged, because that is the best learning. When you've lost, when you're defeated, that's when you learn. That's when you understand that, okay, this is what reality of life is. This is how it bites, and this is what the bite feels like. So try to take something out of it. Don't be too depressed about why am I in this situation. Don't start talking about life is unfair, this shouldn't have happened. Well, guess what? Life has never been fair. Life has been unfair to a lot of people. It's just that you entered the party recently and you're feeling, why is this happening to me? So I want you to start thinking in a different way when you're in trouble, when you're down and out. I want you to start thinking about what are the options you have. I want you to start thinking about who you can talk to, who you can call, who you can message. Start using your LinkedIn presence in a more positive way. Don't directly ask for jobs. Try to communicate first. Try to establish a rapport and then try to seek for recommendations for a job. Always remember, you are the only one in control and you're the only person who can get yourself out of trouble. So don't think that anybody, me or others, are the ones who are going to get you a job or get you out of trouble. No. That can only happen if we develop a good communication scenario and everybody feels inclined to do something for you because they think you're deserving of this. And sadness or a desperate situation does not seem too deserving. So out of all the messages I'm getting and all the communications that are coming to me, there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of desperation. I want you all to kind of lose that. I want you to be a little bit more optimistic and positive. So when you reach out to people, people appreciate the fact that this person is showing a lot of confidence. This person is showing a lot of positivity. I think this person is the right person for our organization, etc. So yes, you are in trouble. Yes, you have a situation, but number one, try to plan what you can do with this situation. So start looking at how you can cut expenses, how you can change your lifestyle, etc. What assets you can sell off to get some money. And number two, start a very strong, positive communication strategy, both within yourself and externally. So everybody, including your brain and others who are looking at you, look at you as somebody who's completely on his feet, has his head over his shoulders, even though he's in trouble. Everybody wants to hang around leaders. Everybody wants to hire leaders. So you need to show yourself as a leader, and those leadership qualities cannot come if you're sad and depressed because you lost a job or your business is in trouble. Try motivating yourself. Try getting yourself out of this. These are the times that you prepare yourself for. These are the times that you attend so many courses and listen to lots of motivational speakers. These are those times. These are those times when you need all of that to get you up. So use it and get yourself out of it. Nobody else is going to pull you out of this hole. The only ladder exists with you. It's within you. Try to put it right in its place and get yourself out of this hole, and hopefully you will.